Welcome, dear soul, to this sacred space. If you've found your way here, it's no accident. There are no coincidences in this universe, only purpose, timing, and divine design. In this moment, something has called you forward, and you're ready to hear what has been waiting for you. This message is for you. Stay with me, because what's coming next might just be the shift you've been seeking. Every chosen one must pass through a season of profound transformation before stepping into their destiny. It is often a season marked by what feels like brokenness. Yet this is not mere brokenness. It is sacred, purposeful. It is the dark night just before the dawn, the moment when the soul is purified in preparation for the blessings ahead. There comes a time in life when the veil that once shrouded our understanding begins to lift. At the start, we all walk a path of simplicity, trusting what we see on the surface, believing in the best of others, and seeking the easiest ways forward. In our naivety, the world feels like a playground of possibilities, where the faces we meet are friendly, and the paths seem straightforward. But as time moves on, as experiences shape us, and lessons begin to take root, we start to see that life is far more layered than we once imagined. In the beginning, we are easily swayed by appearances. We take people at face value, trusting that their intentions match their words. We believe that life should be fair, that relationships should be simple, and that everything falls into place naturally. But then, we begin to encounter challenges, obstacles, and betrayals. These moments hurt deeply, not because of the event itself, but because they start to crack open a deeper awareness within us. We begin to see that not all that glitters is gold. The people we once trusted may have had ulterior motives. The paths we thought were clear turn into mazes filled with hidden challenges. The awakening begins. And with this awakening comes a profound shift in how we perceive the world. We start to see beneath the surface. Suddenly, the feelings we once dismissed become loud signals guiding us. We feel the tension in the air before an argument even begins. We sense when someone is hiding their true intentions, even if their words sound kind. It's like being given a new set of eyes, not just for the physical world, but for the unseen. We begin to see energies, to sense shifts around us, and to recognize when something no longer aligns with our spirit. This is where the awakening reveals its dual nature. It is as beautiful as it is painful. The beauty lies in our newfound clarity. We can see things for what they are, not what we want them to be. But there is pain in this gift of sight too, for as much as we gain, we lose. We lose the comfort of ignorance. We lose the easy trust we once had in others. We begin to see people for who they truly are, without the masks they wear to hide their true selves. This, perhaps, is one of the most difficult aspects of awakening, realizing that those we once held close, those we once admired or loved, may not have been what we thought. Their intentions, their character, their spirit, it all comes into focus, and the truth is sometimes hard to accept. Have you ever looked at someone you once trusted and wondered, who are you really? Have you ever felt that shift in energy, that subtle change in the atmosphere, when you realize that someone's heart doesn't align with their words? This is the weight of seeing without illusions. The very people we thought we knew start to feel foreign. We start to understand that many hide behind facades, putting on the mask of kindness, success, or loyalty, when in truth their hearts are driven by fear, envy, or selfishness. And it stings because we once believed so deeply in them. But with this pain comes growth. With this understanding comes power. When you can see things as they are, you are no longer a victim to life's illusions. You become the master of your path. You learn to guard your energy, to protect your heart, and to only give your trust to those who truly deserve it. Yes, the awakening is bittersweet, but it is also the most profound gift you can receive. Because now you are not living in darkness. You are not blindly moving through life, hoping for the best. You are awake. You are aware. And with this awareness, you can navigate life with a deeper sense of purpose, clarity, and strength. So ask yourself, am I willing to see the world without its mask? For in doing so, you will not only see the truth in others, but also the truth within yourself. This is the beginning of wisdom, the moment when you stop seeking easy answers and start embracing the depth of life's journey. The sacred process of transformation. Let's take a step back and truly understand what this season of brokenness represents. It is not merely a time of hardship, nor is it a punishment. Rather, it's a divine process of transformation, a refinement of the soul. Imagine gold being purified by fire. It must endure the most intense heat for its impurities to be stripped away, revealing its truest, purest form. This is what happens to us in times of difficulty. God's love works through the fire of our struggles to strip away the old layers that no longer serve us, leaving behind something purer, stronger. We are called to carry God's love even in the midst of our deepest challenges. And it's in these times that our kindness, our compassion, and our resilience become gifts we offer not only to the world, but to ourselves. As we face these seasons, our hearts soften, our old patterns are questioned, and the parts of us that we've kept hidden are brought into the light. It is a time of revelation, of letting go of what no longer aligns with our higher purpose. It is not enough to simply endure. We must embrace this process, knowing that it is through this very discomfort that we are being prepared, shaped, and transformed. Whispers of doubt, echoes of truth. In these moments, the enemy may whisper lies, words of doubt, making you feel forgotten, unworthy, or abandoned. This is the oldest trick of darkness, to sow seeds of doubt in the heart of a soul on the brink of breakthrough. Yet, remember this, trials are not a sign of God's absence. In fact, they are often the clearest evidence of His presence. It is in these moments of struggle that He is most actively working within you, preparing you for something greater. In John 16:33, we are reminded, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." This is not a promise of a life free from struggle, but rather a promise that God is greater than any trial you may face. Just as a gardener prunes a plant to help it flourish, so too does God remove from us the things that hinder our growth. Every challenge, every setback is an opportunity for new growth, for deeper wisdom, and for strength we didn't know we possessed. Hold fast to this truth. You are chosen. You are loved. And even in the fire, you are being refined for a higher purpose. The lies of the enemy will never stand against the truth that God is with you, shaping you into who you were always meant to be. The purpose of pruning. There is discomfort in the process of pruning, but it is essential for growth. Sometimes it may feel as though God is taking things away from you, but in truth, He is making space for something far greater. He is removing the things that no longer serve your journey, be they old habits, outdated beliefs, or relationships that no longer align with your soul's purpose. This is not punishment. It is preparation. As Jesus said in John 15:2, "Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit." God, the master gardener, knows precisely what to cut away and what to nurture. He cuts only what hinders your growth, and what remains is the foundation for a life of spiritual maturity, strength, and wisdom. Instead of resisting this pruning, embrace it. Trust that the things you're being asked to release today are the very things holding you back from the blessings of tomorrow. When you feel the pain of loss, remind yourself that it is making room for new growth, for new blessings, and for the next chapter of your divine purpose, enduring with grace. We live in a world that tells us to avoid pain, to escape discomfort at all costs. But there is profound strength in learning how to endure with grace. To suffer well is not to pretend everything is fine. It is to hold steadfast to your faith, to trust in God's plan, even when you can't see the way forward. It is to continue praising Him, even in the darkest moments, knowing that He is there, working, even in the unseen. Jesus gave us the perfect example of this kind of endurance. He did not seek to avoid suffering. He sought to glorify God through it. And in His endurance, we find the model for how to navigate our own hardships. When we offer up our pain, our fears, and our doubts, God can transform even our heaviest burdens into testimonies of His love and power. Let this season of brokenness draw you closer to Him. Let it deepen your faith, refine your character, and remind you that the greatest worship comes from a heart that has been through the fire. This is not a time to turn away. It is a time to press in, to trust that God is with you in every step of the process, shaping you for something far greater than you can currently see. Strength in the valley. It's in the valleys, the lowest points of our lives, where we often find our greatest strength. It is here, in the depths of our struggle, that we discover the depth of God's grace and the resilience of our spirit. Do not see your valley as a place of defeat, but as fertile ground for your next growth. Just as a seed must first crack open to grow, so too must we break open to realize our full potential. Your pain is not a mistake. It is a part of the journey, a part of the process that is shaping you into the person you are destined to become. Remember the story of Joseph, how he was betrayed, sold into slavery, and unjustly imprisoned. His lowest moments were all part of God's plan to elevate him to a position of great influence and purpose. In the same way, your trials are not in vain. They're stepping stones to your destiny, crafted by the same loving hands that guided Joseph. The promise of fruitfulness. After every season of brokenness comes a season of fruitfulness. Just as Joseph's hardships led him to stand before Pharaoh and be placed second in command of Egypt, your struggles are setting the stage for your elevation. God is preparing you for blessings far beyond what you can imagine. Trust that your present trials are refining you for the extraordinary path ahead. This season is not the end. It is only the beginning of something far greater. Keep pressing forward and know that the best chapters of your story are still being written. You are not alone, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. After awakening. Yes. Life will feel different. It will not be easy at first. There will be moments when you'll wish you could go back to being blind, to a time when ignorance shielded you from the weight of knowing. Seeing behind the veil, seeing people without their masks, it's not something you can unsee. And it will hurt. It will hurt to recognize the deception in places you once found comfort. It will hurt to realize that some relationships once cherished were built on shaky ground. You'll feel a heaviness in your heart for the times you trusted too easily, for the moments when you were naive and vulnerable. But as time passes, this wisdom will settle within you like an anchor, and you will feel lighter. It's true, there will be pain, but there will also be peace, a deep, unshakable peace, the kind that comes from knowing. When you can see things for what they are, you're no longer tossed around by the storms of life. You become steady, grounded. You stop expecting from others what they can never give. You stop giving your energy to those who would drain it. And you start to live with clarity and intention. This wisdom allows you to move through life with ease. You can read God's signs more clearly now, and because of this, you will find it easier to trust His plan. No longer blinded by illusion, you'll see the path ahead with more certainty. The drama that once consumed you begins to fade away. You no longer get caught up in every storm because you now have the strength to rise above it. Your peace becomes your greatest asset. And then there's love. Not just for others, but for yourself. The kind of love that comes with knowing your worth. Awakening brings a new level of self-respect, where you no longer allow people to mistreat you. You understand that you are worthy of love, protection, and peace. You stop trying to fix broken things, and instead start nurturing yourself. You become your own sanctuary. Yes, the awakening will challenge you, but it will also set you free. And once you've tasted that freedom, there's no going back. You'll know that everything you've been through, every painful truth you've uncovered, has brought you closer to the person you were always meant to be.